Zach! Zach! What the freak? Every time I call for this boy, he's never around. Never around. Zach! Unbelievable. Every time I need him, every time I need him, where do I find him? Nowhere. Nowhere. Zach! Zach! Oh. Oh shit, that's not good. What is up, YouTube? How's everybody out there doing today? I've got some very sad and disappointing news for everybody out there on YouTube world, the great old YouTube world. We've got some sad news, guys. Zach, my kid that you've seen in the videos multiple times, is not here. He's actually not here, guys. Actually not here. He's at school, unfortunately, and he's doing a hybrid system, so he's in school today, and then he goes to work after school, so he's not here to help me, and I'm not very happy about that because, you know, I know you guys enjoy having him in the videos and all that fun jazz, but unfortunately not today, guys. Not today. Just my ugly freaking bug is what you're going to be looking at here, ladies and germs. And of course, this fine ass CTSV wagon, supercharged 6.2 liter LSA, high horsepower mofo in your face. Now, obviously, guys, if you have not seen my latest and greatest last video that went up, do me a very big favor. Go check that video out, and if you enjoyed it and want to see more, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button and notification bell and put it on all. That way you get all the notifications of all the videos that are coming out here in the future as well. But in the last video, if you go back and watch that video, you'll see Zach and I actually took off the supercharger. Let's open the hood here. Open the hood here. The supercharger set up on this LSA CTSV, I think it's a 2011 CTSV wagon, to do some work to it, and I might as well show you that right now. Ow, I got my finger. I got my finger. So we have the supercharger on the bench over here. Quick little job. I figured Zach could help me out with it, learn a little something, which he did, which was nice. But here is the supercharger. It is currently torn apart. And what we are going to be obviously doing is we're putting in a ZZP isolator, which there was another isolator in there, but it was really weak. It was kind of old. So I want to upgrade it with a ZZP one and a Faster Proms 2.31 upper pulley, which is not on as of right now. The stock pulley is still on. We're going to have to machine the back here, like I explained in the last video as well. So basically, we're going to get this all done really quick here. And then we're going to go ahead and put it all back together again, add a little bit of silicone around here so it seals up nice and pretty, put the throttle body back on, clean up the supercharger, and then we're going to install the supercharger back on the car and start it up and run it and see what you guys think. But we're going to go ahead and get started. Basically, I'm going to go ahead and just pull this pulley off, start machining down that hub for the 231. I'll show you a little bit of that, and then we'll put it back together and get the thing on. That way we can get ready for dynoing this coming weekend. Hopefully at Keith's Pit Stop in Gettysburg, PA, guys. So let's get rolling. All right, so we have the snout done. We have silicone on the snout, as you can see. I'm gonna turn around here so you guys can see the pulley. The pulley is on. It moves nice and freely, does not hit the snout at all, which is a good thing because we definitely don't want to hit it. And obviously this is smaller than the snout, so that's why you have to machine the snout out and make it fit properly. That does not affect at all, I don't care what anybody says, it does not affect the way the bearing acts or heat transfer or anything of that nature in that snout. You're only taking off literally a thousandths, 10,000ths maybe of an inch of actual aluminum material. So it's not that big of a deal, guys. It really isn't. I know a lot of people out there are gonna say otherwise, but you know, it is what it is. We have our new isolator in, nice thick boy, right there. And got our silicone, like I said, and all we gotta do is slap it on, bolt it up, and then let the silicone set. And then we can go ahead and put this blower on the car and get her ready to rock and roll. So let's make it happen. All right, so the snout is on. Everything's nice and free. We're gonna be putting the throttle body on here soon. Maybe we probably will wait. Probably put this on the car and then put the throttle body on. But if you remember the last video with me turning the old pulley with the old, actually the old isolator in there that had some loosey-gooseys in it, you'll remember that there is some play. But now look, no play at all. Look, I'm can't even move it without it turning the blades. That just goes to show you that sometimes correct isolator for these superchargers are paramount in the performance of these superchargers. Man, that sounded really professional. Oh my God. I've left the supercharger dry for a while, the silicone that I installed. I didn't want to put it on immediately. So now the next step is to put this blower back on the car, which is not going to be very, very hard to do. As you guys can see, I'm going to clean this up a little bit here, get my light hung up. That way y'all can see. And then bring the blower over from the other shop real quick here, slap that sucker on, and get this thing to the dyno in the next video. Maybe one of the next videos. We'll see what happens. But yeah, let's get her done, boys. Let's get her done. All right. You guys are probably now wondering, Andy, what the hell is going on here? What are these crazy looking things on top of the head? Well, or the heads. Well, they are the Faster Proms thermal reduction plates, and what they basically do is add a little bit of space between the blower that's going to sit on top and the head for obviously what the name implies, thermal reduction. It prevents a lot of that, some of that heat from going into the head from the blower. We also have some reflective material that is also in the kit that comes with it, and we have longer bolts as well. So now let's go get the blower and sit this sucker on. Yeah, this is a heavy blower. All right. Whew. That's a heavy pig. There we go. All right, now all we gotta do is get these thermal reduction plates lined up. And we should be golden ticket here, which ain't that hard to do, hopefully. We're gonna align everything, and then we're gonna get the bolts in, tighten this blower down, and then get the hat on. So let me get that done. I'm a little tired. The blower was a little heavy. I'm a little old. You know, it's a lot of work. You know what I'm saying? And my kid's not here to help me. So I gotta do this all by my damn self now. Unbelievable. My plates are lined up. And basically I'm gonna put these new bolts in. These are a little bit longer. These are definitely gonna take up that extra space that was in there before. Or wasn't in there before. And we're gonna torque them down to the proper torquing. And obviously, we have to properly torque all this down too. plug everything in and put the lid back on. All right, so I just pulled our gasket out of the freezer. You're probably asking me, Andy, why the hell would you put the gasket in the freezer? Well, to shrink it, because coldness shrinks gaskets. And when you use these guys over again, which is perfectly fine to use these over again, they get kind of stretched out. But when you put them in the freezer, like so, bada bing, bada boom, baby. That shit fits like a glove. Okay, anyways, I gotta go get the lid. The lid's over here. But before I do that, we're gonna clean up our top of the hat, just a little bit of oil. Clean it up, make it look pretty again. Not that big of a deal. Now we'll get our hat after we tighten up this one bolt. Because I can't forget to tighten up these bolts. There we go. All right, cool. Now we'll get the hat. If you guys don't remember, this is the hat that I had pre-welded on the brick. So it's pretty much ready to go on here. Nice and easy, Japanesey. There we go. We're gonna go ahead and put the bolts in here, plug everything in, and everything but the belt. I don't have a belt for it, unfortunately. I have to wait till tomorrow. But that's okay. We can at least get this all together. So let's get her done. All right, guys, we're gonna call it quits for today on the CTSV. The only thing that we have left, obviously, is we still need to put the coder intake on, the Faster Proms coder intake. I think it's a 5-inch tube or a 4-inch tube, I forget what it is. But that's easy peasy Japanesey stuff. The entire blower is on and plugged in. The fuel system is plugged in as well. And we just need our serpentine belt for the blower, which is coming in the morning as well. And hopefully we can get this all done. Run these two to the dyno, the two CTSVs to the dyno, and get some numbers on these things, which I'll probably end up making a video about. But all in all, she is done. Like I said, just a belt and a coder intake. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a long, long day. Lots of exciting things going on here. My buddy Laz, Life on Wheels 717, stopped by with his lifted Duramax. And I was extremely jealous because mine is not lifted and mine is freaking broken. I know a lot of you guys out there have been asking for an update on this truck. She is still sitting here broken. The engine has completely took a shit. If you guys don't know a lot about the Duramax, my Duramax truck here, it's a 500,000 mile LB7 Duramax 2001 GMC Sierra 3500. I've had her for years, and the engine has had leaky head gaskets for probably 90% of the time that I've owned the truck, to be honest. And finally, it took a toll, and it wiped out. I'm assuming it wiped out the bearings on the engine. So hopefully we'll be getting to that here eventually one of these days when I have some free time between, here and kids, and mainly kids, and obviously Zach's projects. We have plenty of Zach's projects going on, including the GTP, which we need to put the motor in that so Zach can have that as a winter car. But other than that, we're going to call it quits on the CTSV today, finish her up in the morning, and hopefully run her to the dyno here very, very shortly as well. We'll put both of them on there and see what numbers we have. But other than that, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, Instagram, Diablo Formula Racing, and deuces, guys.